Obviously, the vetting process that was in place was followed, but obviously we're going to also look at ways we can strengthen and improve the vetting process for high-level appointments.
It certainly hasn't been a good week for Prime Minister Justin Trudeau. First, the newly sworn-in Biden administration canceled the Keystone XL pipeline. Then, of course, we heard more about the fact that we weren't getting any more vaccinations. And it was only after Premier of Ontario, Doug Ford, forced Justin Trudeau's hand that he finally called the head of Pfizer. And now, of course, his Governor General has unceremoniously had to resign from her position. Trudeau's appointment of Julie Payette has been controversial from the beginning. Rather than sort of go with the notion of traditional vetting of a Governor General through a committee of qualified individuals, Justin Trudeau's team decided they wanted a celebrity. Payette, though one of Canada's first female astronauts and has her name all over schools in this country, already certainly a name, was dutifully unqualified for the role. We already had found out back in 2017 when she was sworn in, she didn't want to live in the official residence. But then in the last year and a half, stories started trickling out about how she was treating her staff. Very controversial stories about whether or not she was creating a reign of terror over her staff. Now, a human resources report has been done. And not only has Julie Payette resigned, but her second in command has also resigned in the last 24 hours. This is one of those sorts of situations where you have to wonder, why was she appointed in the first place? And why did we find out all these leaks, strategic media leaks, about how Payette was treating staff? Certainly, Payette and Trudeau did have one thing in common, and that is in terms of the tone. In her letter of resignation, Payette suggested that people experience things differently. Well, where have we heard that before? Those are the exact words that Justin Trudeau used when he was accused during the Kokanee grope of inappropriate actions towards a journalist. The fallout is not over from this by any means. There will ultimately be a time when we do get to see what's in that report and whether or not there will be further accountability for Payette. But before you shed a tear for Julie Payette, save it. She is going to be well set up financially for the years to come with an annual salary of just over $100,000. Log on to Facebook and Twitter. Let us know what you think, and don't forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel.